Okay, in this lecture, we are going to try to create a query from these three tables. Okay, to start creating our query, let's go to the queries object, and then we will be using use wizard to create query. Okay, so let's choose this one. In this window, we have a drop-down list showing the tables we have for this database. So each item that I select from this drop-down list, it shows the field names just below that drop-down list. If I choose the order, it shows the fields of the order as well as for the product. So let's start with the customer. So we're going to choose these field names that we want to display to our query. So let's start moving the field names from the left list box going to the right side. Okay, so the first name, the middle name, and address. And then let's go to the product. We'll be using, we will be selecting the product field and the description field. And for the order, we'll be choosing, we will be selecting the quantity, price, and date ordered. We're done on this part, so let's move to the next section. So we want to sort our rows by last name, first name, and let's move to the next page. So we are not going to use any search condition because we want to display all the records from our table. So let's move to the next page and then move to the next page. So on this section, we are now seeing the fields that we have selected for our query. Okay, so let's move to the next page and let's modify our query. Choose modify and then finish. Okay, so at this point, we are going to define the relationship of these tables. So let's look for the common field names. For the customer, it has a common field name to our order. So let's click and then drag this to that field name. So you have to match the column or the field names similar to each table. Okay. And then for product, we have this ID product, and then let's drag this to the ID product of order. So this defines the relationship of these three tables. Okay, so we can now start running the query going to the going to the toolbar and then look for the run query or just press F5 on your keyboard. So if I'm going to hit this, it will show the names of the customers as well as the product they ordered, the quantity and the price they ordered. So now let's try modifying the query of this relationship. So what do we need to do is go to the view and then switch to design view. So basically this was the SQL statement that was written for us by the wizard. So what we will do next is to write a total column here showing the product of price and quantity. So price multiplied by the quantity, that will be the total price. Okay, so we will do that on this query. So we will look for the last field name selected on this query. So here it is. So we will add here. So the quantity belongs to the order. So we will write here order, then QTY for quantity multiplied by, and the price is still from the order. So that is why we are still going to type here the order and then price. Okay, so we are trying to multiply the quantity by price and it will be called total price. Okay, so now let's run the query. So there you go. So we have now this new column showing the total price after multiplying the price to the quantity. Okay, so let's save the changes and see you in the next video.